Welcome to Crash Course and Tipping Points of History.
No, it's tipping points throughout history.
No, it's tipping points in historical settings.
No, you're saying it wrong.
No, you're saying it wrong.
No, I think they're saying it. So, what is history?
History is exactly what God gave us to learn about the past.
Exactly. In fact, a wise man once said, a generation that forgets history has no past or future.
A wise man also once said, keep your sand in your buckets. And
So wise.
that's just so wise.
So wise. So, what was history's first greatest tipping point? Well, one could argue that it was the settlement of the nomadic tribes, but how would you remember such a thing happening? Well, you'd have to write it down, right? So I guess one of the first greatest tipping points in history was the invention of the writing system. And the Mesopotamians were actually one of the first civilizations to create writing. Man, I wonder what that must have been like. Yeah, interesting.
Hola, paso cano, hanyo, leki chako peke, kapakako, chako, ajo pano,
Winu!
ajo, ajo, ni, oche cano pano, ajo, wa, ajo kai, eko, ajo, oche, wa, ajo pano, ajo, wa, ajo, kajo pano. What were you doing?
I was making a sign for the bathroom.
What bathroom?
Come on.
Another tipping point of history was when one guy sent this guy named Abraham to a land that he would show him. And he introduced the idea of monotheism to the world. And this guy Abraham was from a land named Ur. And let me tell you, whoever named it town is dead wrong. They need to change that U to an A. So whenever you think of Ur, you think of all of them R, which is Arr. When you think of Arr, you think of all them pirates storming the shores of western Mesopotamia.
You there. What is your name?
Abraham of Ar.
Where are you going, Abraham of Ar?
Place I do not know.
To a place you do not know, yo?
Another big turning point in history was the creation of the Empire Egypt. What is wrong with those people? Their legacy is triangles in the middle of the desert. What is wrong with them? And they had three segments to their empire. They had the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. But it didn't start out that way. King Narmer united the Upper Kingdom and the Lower Kingdom.
So you just inherited a new kingdom. So how are you going to run it?
I'm going to divide it into Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt.
But isn't the Upper Egypt supposed to be on the top and the Lower Egypt supposed to be on the bottom?
No. It is Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt.
But upper is, the definition of up is up. So like, aren't you supposed to have Upper Egypt on the top and Lower Egypt on the bottom?
No, because it's Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt.
But dude, that's stupid.
I'll have you executed for that. Oh, pretend you didn't see that. You're still executed.
You know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
Another great tipping point in history was General Alexander the Great, who conquered one of the greatest empires in the ancient world. His empire went from India all the way to Athens, and it sparked the beginning of the Hellenistic age. In fact, Alexander was taught by Aristotle himself.
Hey Aristotle, do you think a duck's quack ever echoes?
I don't know, let's use the scientific method to figure that out. You, sir, come over here. We'll now use the scientific method to determine if a duck's quack ever echoes. Our controlled variable will be the environment, our independent variable will be the human element, and our dependent variable will be the magnitude of the quack. Trial 1, trial 2, trial 3, 4 in a row. And for your final quack trial, your loudest quack. Another great turning point in history was the formation of Greece. On the one hand, you had Athens, which was a very philosophical and democratic city-state. On the other hand, you had Sparta, which was all about war, tough farmers and stuff like that. Athens was greater, by the way. Definitely greater than Sparta. There's no way that could be a thing. Athens is always greater than Sparta. In fact, Athens is one of the reasons why we have the Western world.
whether Walter Henson is a mammal.
Clearly he's an animal, but he's not a mammal. Do you know why? Because he doesn't have hair.
But he has eyebrows.
No. No. Eyebrows are not hair. They're just eyebrows.
What about all men have armpit hair?
Whoa, have you checked recently?
Ew, no!
I thought so he doesn't have armpit hair.
But what about the hair on the top of his head?
You have to look at it under a microscope. No, that's not
What
hair.
about leg hair?
That's not hair either.
What about the hair on the palm of his hand?
There's not hair on the palm of your hands.
How do you know? Have you checked?
Nope, not anything there.
Hooray for the philosophers!
Are you looking for something to freshen up your evening? Try Micaiah's Roman scented candles. You don't want to know what gets put into them. They are great for garden parties. So say yes to Micaiah's Roman scented candles.
Another great tipping point in history was the foundation of Rome, which was founded by two babies raised by a wolf.
Ow!
The Roman Republic lasted 500 years before Caesar toppled it. Julius Caesar, everyone loved him, everyone hated him. He eventually died, but either way, after him, several emperors came, and the Roman Empire lasted 500 years. Hey, everyone!
Hey, Brutus, go get your stabbing!
Oh, wait, these butter knives. They're good for stabbing.
Alright, so Brutus, how do you feel about this assassination?
No. Not an assassination. We saved the people of Rome from the tyrannical rule of Julius Caesar, who undoubtedly was the worst tyrant of all time. Or even worse than that other guy. This trusty butter knife. They're trusty and they're always good for stabbing people. Keep them handy, people. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead. I'm alive. Now you are.
History's most brutal, most powerful, most prophetic ever.
Just kidding! Attila the Hun was actually the most brutal Hun of all time. Did you know that he was one of the single-handed factors who forced the Roman Empire to collapse? He forced barbarians to move on Roman territory and the Roman army could not keep them out. He died! One of the most brutal deaths the world has ever known.
Mr. Attila? Mr. Attila? Time to get up, Mr. Attila. Come on. Mr. Attila? Mr. Attila? Oh my goodness! He's dead! He died of a nosebleed! What a way to go out, Mr. Attila. Dead from a nosebleed. Chivalry was another great tipping point in history. You know, it was the thing nobles did because it was true and it was right. You know, there was also a lot of bloodshed at the time, but you know, it made up for that. You know, chivalry is history's first waste of time, as Cason likes to say. But it was great, you know. But now I must go vanquish this beast.
And now the tale of Sir Camdyn the Coward.
I am Sir Camdyn, defender of the squirrels of this forest. Who are you? And I shall have to challenge you.
Let the jousting begin!
Abort!
Sir Camdyn the Coward, he runs!
Come back here, you coward!
Sir Camdyn, he cowers. Hark, it is the Knight of Knee! And now the tale of King Arthur and the Lady of the Lake.
Beautiful Lady Lake, I'm King Arthur. Can I have your sword, please?
I want that sword for the squirrels.
What are you doing in my lake? I don't go to English lakes handing out swords in the middle of the lake not randomly. Get out of my lake! Get out of my lake! Sailing up down to an island. Wise Odysseus and his men reached the dry land. They went the distance and they came to a cave. Just one man and the will to survive. It's me, I am the Cyclops, that's the key to the fight. Rising up to the challenge of a rival. And the last known survivor spots who blinded at night. They made sharp stick just to poke the eye of the Cyclops.
Hey Aristotle, do you think a duck's echo ever claps?
You messed that up again.
Save that one. What? Okay, cut.
Stop being imitated.
So, what was... No, that was quick.
There we go.
Wait, you said there you go. When you press the button, no. Right, scrap that, cut.
Did you see him?
So, Cason, you're Attila the Hun. How do you feel about being Attila the Hun?
Fantastic. I have a very miserable life and I push a bunch of people out of Europe and I am the greatest pusher people out of Europe there has ever been.
You're the greatest push-up people from you?
Very great. The greatest there's ever been.
Greatest there's ever been?
We live miserable lives.
I see.